Hello guys and welcome to the Look Inside Politics. I'm finally by a great mic for me to record the prediction today by this mic, and I'm going to make a prediction about how Donald Trump or Joe Biden can win the presidency on the updated polls and the betting odds. Okay, let's look inside how deep is it. This state are going for Joe Biden, no surprise. And recent polls have really favor of Vice President Joe Biden. And Donald Trump is ahead in some states that he held in 2016, but not a lot, holding a great margin in 2020 election. So maybe there is a possibility that Joe Biden may flip some state that maybe is not competitive at all in 2016. So let's start about the prediction. And yes, in starting in Nevada, I think it's a lot of real big surprise that Joe Biden will hold the state. Now we're leaning to a likely color, but I will hold it for a lean color for Vice President Joe Biden. And New Mexico is now very favored in Joe Biden. It's a very safe state for Joe Biden, I believe. And Colorado in a very likely scenario for Joe Biden too. And the state of Texas is a very big state. In the new polls that shows that Donald Trump is just needing by 1%. So I believe that this state, no matter how the polls have shown, this state gonna be a red state and gonna be a likely red state for Donald Trump. And coming down the state of Iowa, Iowa is the very state that Donald Trump wins big in 2016, so it's gonna be likely for Donald Trump. And in Ohio, 18 electoral votes. Now it's not more likely for Donald Trump. It's now leaning for Donald Trump. And now in the state of Minnesota, I believe that it's still leaning because not much polls said that Joe Biden will stay into a much more safe margin for he wins the state. And if that's about Virginia, it's just like Colorado, it's going to be likely leaning. Sorry, I put before Virginia is leaning. And in Georgia, Donald Trump is also going to hold on the state of Georgia with 16 electoral votes. It's a very big state there with black demographic shift. And in Florida, I think Donald Trump is also going to hold the state by the tilt margin. It's much more closer now. This prediction is much more closer than maybe 0.1% like this. And state of Arizona, that maybe because of the Hispanic demographics, this state may go for Joe Biden's tilt margin. And in North Carolina now, I believe they would tilt for Joe Biden. Because this state is very typically before it's the blue state held by Obama. I believe that the black there may vote for Joe Biden too. And for New Hampshire, it's gonna be leaning. It's no surprise too. And also in Maine, it's gonna be likely. And in Maine, the second district will also be a close state with rural areas that Donald Trump held a very big lead in 2016, but it became very close in 2020. Pennsylvania, I think Pennsylvania will go to Joe Biden, but it's still lean. It's still tilt, but it's not gonna be lean in the moment. Maybe later on. But in Pennsylvania, it's a great state for Joe Biden to win in this state that Hillary Clinton did not win in 2016. In the state of Michigan, that I think Joe Biden also gonna hold this state. Now this state is transferred a much more greater margin for Joe Biden. It's gonna be a leaning state for Joe Biden as the poll shows, and That's our prediction that Michigan gonna be a leading state for Joe Biden. And the state of Wisconsin is a very, very, very close state, just like the state of Florida. I predict that the state will go to the Democratic side for Joe Biden. But Donald Trump may either flip this state, but Joe Biden will still take control and win the presidency. But in this prediction, Joe Biden is going to hold this. And the state of Nebraska, we have a second district, it's very close, and it's still needing no change here. So you can see Joe Biden is winning the presidency by 304 electoral votes, with Donald Trump winning 34. I will see you in the next episode about election night. I plan to make election night for you guys, and see you in the next video. Bye.